Hey, what's up you guys? So today I'm going to be showing you guys what you can do if you are home alone and you want to do something with your dolls but you don't know what to do. And I'm home alone for the weekend, so I have a lot of time on my hands. So let me show you guys some ideas of things you can do when you're home alone with your dolls. Okay, so the first thing, this is probably like a very obvious thing. It's probably also in every other things to do with your dolls video, but change your doll's clothes. And I like to take these opportunities of like a lot of time without interruptions from like my family members to redress all of my dolls that are not currently in season. So for example, she's dressed for like Antarctica, and my house was like 80 something degrees today, so this is not suitable attire. So now would be a great time to redress all of my very bundled up dolls. I'm so excited for the warmer weather, but I also hate all of the bugs and the wildlife that comes with the warmer weather. Like, we had a bear come up on our porch and take down our window bird feeders couple weeks ago, and like obviously you don't want to have bird feeders up, but it wasn't like quite springtime yet and we didn't think that like wildlife was waking up yet, but then the bear took down our bird feeders. We also have bobcats here. I live in New York, and I don't know what other animals you guys might have where you live. If you live any more north than I do, you might have like moose, and I know those are like scary. So clean slate, can put fresh outfit on her. I hate the bugs. We have a particularly bad moth season here right now, and there's just a million moths in my house. One of them flew in my front door about 10 minutes ago when I let my dog outside. I was not happy about it because I know it's just gonna find its way into my bedroom. I just know it will. Stay tuned for the moth. I'm like 99% sure that moth will end up in tonight's video. Alright, so this is her new outfit. She's got like the teal to go with her hair. Got some boots, some jeans. Cute. Now she's definitely a lot more appropriately dressed for the weather. Alright, the next thing that's on my list of things that you could do when you're home alone. I guess you could also do this if you're not home alone, but I feel like when you're home alone, you just have a lot of free time, like without interruptions, and this would also be another good activity to do with no interruptions. So the next item is to do your hair to match one of your doll's hair. And I did this, I think last summer. I put beads in my hair and like braided beads into my hair, and I was like, oh, I should do it again this year when it gets like warmer out, and it's warmer out. So I was thinking, braid some beads into my hair and braid some beads into one of my doll's hair too. Okay, I got myself a mirror. I think it would be easiest to do this in front of a mirror, so get a mirror. Other things you're going to need, I like to use clips just to like section my hair and like hold stuff while my hands are busy doing stuff over here, like clips. And then like tiny elastics, a brush to brush your hair, and then a doll brush for your doll's hair, but I'm gonna do me first. And then beads of your choice. So I think I'm gonna do 5 beads, and I'm gonna do like 2 sections of my hair, if that makes sense. I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, you actually might want one of these combs too, just to like section your hair. I forget how much I did. So like, I want to leave like front pieces, if that makes sense, and just take a chunk from here. But my hair is very thin, and also like half my hair fell out last year because I was on prednisone, and that makes your hair fall out, and it's like really horrible. And now whenever I put my hair up in like a ponytail or a bun, you just see all these short pieces that fall out. It's really sad. But anyway, so I want to take a big enough section that it's not like this itty bitty little braid. that makes sense. So I'm slightly disadvantaged because I have very thin hair, and also half my hair fell out about a year ago. So if you have thicker hair, obviously you can do a smaller section because then it'd be like less hair, but I need to do kind of a bigger chunk. I feel like that's a lot, but it's also, this is not very much. And then I'm just gonna clip it for now. Just hold that chunk. And then I'm gonna try to do the exact same amount on the other side, if that's possible. I'm like not a hair person. Hair is not my hobby. I like very easy hair things. I'm like a put my hair up in a ponytail kind of girl. I'm not like a spend an hour on my hair type of girl. I particularly like this because you can leave the beads in for like a good amount of days. I've even like showered with them in before and they're like kind of fine, so. But yeah, I'm sure if you guys like doing hair, you would be a lot better at this than I am. Okay, now I'm gonna compare hair chunks. I feel like I have a lot more on this side, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, that seems relatively equal. So I'm gonna call that good. Now, these look so stupid. Okay, so now you're gonna pick your beads, and I've already decided I'm gonna do 5 because that's what I did last year and that seemed to work out kind of good. My hair is like significantly longer than it was last year, but I think 5 is still a good number. So I'm gonna pick 2 of the same color, 2 of the same color, and then 1 of a different color. And then do like, well, I'll show you. It's hard to explain. So just pick your beads and then you're gonna mirror it on the other side. So you're gonna pick 10 in total. 4 are the same color, 4 are the same color, and then 2 are the same color, if that makes sense. But they're all different colors. Like 4 of one color, 4 of another color, 2 of another color. Yeah. Okay, I've picked my colors. So I have 4 blue, 4 green, and 2 yellow. And just set those aside somewhere where you have easy access to them. This is where it gets tricky. The actual doing my hair part of this video. So I'm gonna take this chunk of hair that is over there and try to swoop it over to that side. Actually, hold on. Can you tell I don't do hair? I'm not a hair person. Okay, I'm gonna clip this chunk of hair over to this side so that it's out of my way. And then I'm going to try to pull all of this hair back into like a ponytail. Now you're gonna start your first braid. So you're gonna braid, like, okay, you gotta visually, like, you gotta like in your head mentally think to yourself, okay, I need to divide my hair into like, I guess it would be 6 parts because you have 5 beads, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if that makes sense. So I'm only gonna braid a tiny bit at the top to start and then put one of my beads on. And once you get it started, it's easier, but starting it is kind of the hard part. And then once you got a couple on there, you're gonna put one of the beads on one of these hair strands. Now I forget which one I did, maybe like the middle one? Would that make the most sense? And this was always the very difficult part. So I think what I did was I held this piece in my mouth, or twisted this one, just like twist it a lot so it gets really tight, and then it should be easy to put the bead on. See, this is always like the difficult part because then it doesn't want to stay, and then you just gotta kind of pinch it there and then keep braiding. Hopefully it'll just stay there. Hopefully this turns out okay. I've definitely had to redo these a couple times in the past. I probably should have spaced them a little bit closer together because now I have like hardly any hair left. But yeah, maybe I should start over and space them closer together. It's pretty easy, you just have to practice. Okay, and then when you get to the end, you're going to tie it off with an elastic. I usually like to do one that matches the color scheme of my beads, so I'm going to use a yellow one because I have a yellow bead here. I definitely like the spacing better since I redid it. I think it just looks better. But like if it's not perfect, it doesn't matter all that much. Okay, so this is what it should look like. It'll look better when the rest of my hair is down. So then you're gonna unclip this one and pull this piece back over to here. And then this hair is kind of in the ponytail, but pull this side over to this side now to get it out of the way. And now you got this side to worry about. But basically, same thing on this side. So that's the idea of it. It's kind of summery. And then I'm sure it will be much, 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 much easier to do on a doll. Because it's always easier doing hair stuff on other people and not yourself. This took me about 40 minutes. And like some of that is because I was explaining everything, but also some of that is because I'm not good at doing hair and it's not like a hobby of mine. But I think I've done this in like about 20 minutes, like when I was doing it last summer and when I had more practice at it. So I'm sure if you guys like to do hair and you have any more experience than I do, which is only about this much, you can accomplish this in a lot less of that time. Here's our friend, the moth. He's freaking huge. I don't know if okay, I really don't want to put my hand next to this thing. But like, do you see how huge that is? That's so big. Okay, so I know these are everywhere. That's what happens when there's a moth. So basically you're gonna do the same thing on your doll that you did on yourself. So like leave out like a little bit in the front for like, you know, face framing purposes, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know things about hair. I don't do hair. Don't listen to me too closely. So keep these pieces out. You can even like clip them in the front so that hopefully they don't get in the braid accidentally. And just keep those out of the way. And then you're gonna take a chunk, maybe about that much. And this is gonna be one of your braids. So I'm gonna sit her down so that hopefully that's like more stable. Okay, so I have a spray bottle because, you know, it's one thing to lick your own hair, but you probably don't want to lick your doll's hair. So maybe a spray bottle would be the thing to use. This is the thing I use to water my plants with, so it's fine, it's just water. So you're gonna take your hair chunk, and I'm only gonna do 3 beads because she has significantly shorter hair than I have. So I'm only gonna do 3 on each side. So literally just do the same thing. This is actually a little bit harder because I cannot hold any of her hair in my mouth like I was doing on myself. And her hair does not like stick together with water. I was counting on this being way easier because it wasn't on my own hair. Oh, that's uneven. Why does this keep happening to me? Take your elastic. This was definitely harder on her for some reason. And her hair just wouldn't want to cooperate. I do not know how the people at the doll hair salons at the AGIG stores, I do not know how they just do hair all day. Like literally, you guys see me struggling with something as simple as a braid. Like literally, I would not be able to work at the hair place. It would be like the worst job I could ever possibly have. Hopefully these are symmetrical. I didn't even look at the other side to make sure of that. Whatever, it doesn't matter. This is just for fun. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, I don't think it actually looks that bad for all of the issues that I seem to be having doing this pretty simple hairstyle. I don't know what my problem is. I think I'm just not good at hair. I think that it's as simple as that. I'm not a hair person. So this is what her hair looks like. This is how it came out. Obviously you don't want to leave this in too long because then it will start like making the hair curly and stuff and wavy. But twins! Okay, that took an hour of my life. But that's why we do these things when we're home alone, because then you can just take an hour to fight with your hair and your doll's hair. Okay, the next thing you can do, also another time-consuming activity. If you have a dollhouse, you can reorganize or rearrange your dollhouse. I used to have a dollhouse, now I do not, but I reorganized all of my doll stuff to go inside my dresser. So I'll show you some of that. So, for example, I almost just pulled the whole entire thing out. This has music stuff, bathroom stuff, and pet stuff. And then this one has food and hair stuff. I don't know why I grouped these random groups of items together, but that's what I did. So we got a guitar up there. We got a guitar down here. If you play an instrument, or if you don't play an instrument, you could write a song inspired by something American Girl doll related. So I wrote a little something. I'm not gonna claim that it's a song because it's barely anything. And also I just replaced this string that is bright white. So if my guitar is a little bit out of tune, that's why. New strings aren't really happy at first. And I replaced this yesterday, so it's not living its best life yet. But this is what I wrote, what I came up with. This isn't anything fantastic or anything. This is just what I came up with in like 15 minutes. But it's not meant to be anything amazing. It's just something fun to do. So maybe this will turn into something in the future. Maybe I'll like work on this and like actually turn it into something. That'd be kind of cool. But this is what I got so far. If I was gonna name it, I'd probably name it AGIG, because as you will see, that is a theme throughout this whole song. And funny enough, I'm doing this on AGTube, not AGIG, but you get the idea. I'm playing it way up here because I don't feel like transposing it, and this is where I feel like it fits best in my range, so just bear with me. I know it's like ridiculous to play up here, but I have really tiny fingers, so I can kind of make it work. But this is a 3 a.m. type of dealio, and also my window is open because, like I've said, it was really hot today. I don't have working AC, and it is 3 in the morning, so I don't want to wake up my neighbors, so I'm not gonna like sing this full out, but you can get the idea. There's my 3 a.m. AGIG song. Copyright by me. at 3 a.m. I should think about writing some doll-inspired songs on this channel, and I promise that if I do that, it will be much better than this 3 a.m. short little thing that I came up with in 15 minutes. But maybe I should do like some AG songs. Like, what if I wrote like a song for each doll that I had, or like one for AGIG? Like, if I was actually gonna turn this into a real song, I'd probably change a bunch of things about it because it's kind of cheesy. Or maybe I should write like an AG tube song, or like, I don't know. Seems like a fun thing to potentially do. The next thing on my list, because I did make a list, but I did not plan for this to take me until the sun came up to film. So hopefully these next things are not going to take hours and hours and hours. My hair took a lot longer than I was expecting. Next thing, obviously, since you're home alone, you can write 3 a.m. songs. But take this time to go have some fun and like eat ice cream. What would be more fun than having ice cream at 3 in the morning with your dolls? Give them something fun to eat too. This is my dog. He's keeping me company while I'm home alone, making sure I don't get murdered. So literally, just get something fun to eat. Like, I have ice cream, and I'm sure everybody has some sort of fun desserty type of like doll food. So just have like a little dessert snack break. This is like sleepover vibes. Like having ice cream at 3 in the morning. I remember one time, this was many, many years ago, maybe like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. Oh, my hand's so cold. I had a sleepover with one of my cousins, and we were sleeping in her basement, but it was like a finished basement, so it was like nice. And she had like, her garage was connected to her basement, and they stored like, I think they had like a freezer in their garage. And I remember it was like 3 in the morning, maybe even like 4 in the morning. We were eating ice cream cones and rollerblading in her basement for like hours. And that's like, those were the days of like fun stuff. You don't do that fun stuff when you're like an adult. So like, take the time to do those shenanigans. He's like, what are we doing? But at this point, he knows that I'm doing shenanigans. He's tired. He's like, why are you not asleep? So now, after all of your hard work, get to enjoy your, I almost called it a midnight snack, your 3 a.m. snack in my case. And I have a cupcake for someone to have. Ah! So just take a food break, because doing your hair and your doll's hair and changing their outfits and writing a song, it's a lot of hard work. Okay, so at some point when I'm home alone, especially if it's at night, at some point I just convince myself that like there's a murderer who's going to try to break in my house and like kill me or kidnap me. At some point I always get these thoughts, and then I become paranoid, even though I have a dog who could like go kill someone who tried to break in. But anyway, I had the perfect thought to help me feel better about that. And that's actually, this thought that I had was actually the whole idea for this video, because I was like, ooh, that's a great idea. So this is the last thing that you can do with your dolls when you're home alone, particularly at night. For this one, you can do all the other ones at any time of day, but this one is particularly good at night. So you're gonna grab some dolls. I'm gonna use probably 5, and you can get some props. Now your props are up to you depending on what you have. I have some scissors, doll scissors. So this is gonna be one of my props. You're gonna need 1 prop per doll. The rest just depends on what you have. I have glow sticks. So I'm gonna show you what I would do to potentially help me not get murdered by someone if someone broke in here. because I think this would freak them out far too much, and I don't think they'd come after me. So you're gonna take your glow sticks or whatever props you have, and obviously if it's glow sticks, crack them. I convince myself that I hear things, especially with the window open. So you're gonna take your glow sticks. The green one is like significantly brighter than all of them for some reason. I don't know why. The green one's so bright. And let me just show you what I would do. And this gives Home Alone vibes. So we got her at the door with scissors. Dog's concerned. Now, full effect. I know it's hard to see from down here and my lights are on, but I think if anyone broke into my house and saw that, they'd be a little bit freaked out. Look, I literally have like a doll army ready to protect me. I hope you guys enjoyed my video of things to do with your dolls while you're home alone. I also wanted to point out that these glow bracelets make excellent glow necklaces for dolls or yourself. If you like this video, please leave me a big thumbs up. This took me like 4 hours to film. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you can continue seeing any videos that I post in the future. And thank you guys for watching. And if you're home alone and you do any of these things, make sure to tag me on AGIG. And if you are home alone, stay safe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!